This may seem totally crazy, but my kitchen faucet turns itself on all by itself. That's right. I will shut the faucet off, walk away, and it will slowly turn itself back on. It all starts with a little drip, and then a trickle, and then a solid stream, and then pretty soon within 30 seconds, it's a full-blown spray. I'm going to show you how to fix this for absolutely free. So the first step is to remove the handle. You just have to use an Allen wrench to loosen the little screw there, and the handle will slide right off. The next step is you need to remove that decorative little fitting there. If you're lucky, it'll come off just with your hand. Otherwise, you need to get some pliers or channel locks and give it apply a little more force. But it should come off pretty easily. All right, you can see that green thing in there is the cartridge. This is what the handle looks like. There's a little square thing in the center that fits over the cartridge. Anyhow, so now what you're going to do, we're going to take this apart. This is the little brass threaded nut is what I call it. Just using a crescent wrench, you're going to loosen that. It should come off pretty easily. What we're doing, we're going to pull the cartridge out, and we're just going to look inside to make sure it's not damaged, that there's no particles stuck behind it. So this just unscrews pretty easily. There's the cartridge right there. I'm just going to take a peek at it, make sure it's in good shape. There's the brand name right there. You can order these, go on Amazon. There's not that many different types made, but this one actually is in good shape. There's nothing inside of it. There's no particles, rust, or anything like that. It's in good shape, so I'm going to be reusing that. This is what it looks like inside. When you put it back together, you just want to make sure all the holes, those two little tabs right there, you want to make sure those line up to the little slots or holes inside the actual faucet housing. All right, so here's the secret. When you put it back together, I already put the cartridge in and I'm tightening this. You want to tighten this more than when you took it off. Give it pretty snug. When you're tightening that brass nut, you're actually pressing it against that green cartridge, and it's pressing up against that little white square handle with a copper thing sticking out of it. Anyhow, it increases the resistance, which makes it more difficult to push up or down. And the hopes here is when we put the handle back on, the weight of the handle won't turn the faucet on anymore because we tightened it so snug and compressed that cartridge that there will be more resistance. All right, so we're going to go ahead, and as you can see, the little Allen wrench screw there. We're going to go ahead and put the handle back on, and we're just going to go ahead and tighten that up with the Allen wrench. By the way, this Allen wrench that you'll see me using, it's the whole packet of all the different ones. That's a pain in the neck because it's just a handle with all the big green black blob of all the different Allen wrenches. It gets in the way. It makes it hard to spin. It's better just to have individual ones. It's much easier to access these difficult to access Allen wrench screws. All right, so once it's all nice and snug, we're going to go ahead and do the test. Oh, of course, yes, of course. We need to first turn on the water under the sink, the hot and cold valves. Once those are on, just check to make sure the faucet's working, that we put that cartridge in properly. Yep, it's working good. And now, so you want to keep the handle straight up. That's the maximum weight, kind of the maximum gravity pulling down on it. And we're just going to take a look at it, and it does not look like it's moving. Now, before I could actually visibly see it move, it's not moving. Just going to wait a couple more seconds, and actually, I just move it up and down. I can actually feel the difference. There's definitely more resistance now than before I tightened that threaded brass nut, and it's looking really good. I think it's a done deal. We have fixed this for free.